Welcome to the Heal Your Hunger Show, where we get to the heart of why you overeat and how to stop. If you struggle with food and weight like I did, welcome home. Welcome to the Heal Your Hunger Show. So happy to have you here. It is a great day to be alive, and I mean that with all my heart. I'm telling you, it's a good day. I mean, we're blessed, aren't we? If you're listening to a podcast right now, you are blessed because you have the luxury of doing that. And that the fact that a podcast exists is super cool. And the fact that you have a smartphone to listen to it on, or a computer, or an iPad, that's super cool. So yeah, we're very blessed. And I'm certainly blessed to be here with you. If you're not part of the Heal Your Hunger tribe, you could be more blessed right now. And that's by joining the Heal Your Hunger tribe. Go over to Facebook and type in Heal Your Hunger tribe and join us. That's where we continue the conversation that we start here on the Heal Your Hunger show. So if you're here for the first time to the show, welcome. I'm super psyched that you're here. This is where we dig in and talk about the underlying causes of emotional eating. We don't talk a whole lot about food and weight because that's really a tired conversation, right? We talk about fresh new ideas, things that have to do with emotional eating and yet don't appear to have anything to do with emotional eating, like our emotions and our experiences of life and our heart and spirituality and growth and personal development and love and so many juicy things. So today is no exception. And I want to talk about that crazy little habit of emotional eaters, which is to see how little we can do. What can we get away with? We're always trying to get away with something. Get away with eating sugar. Get away with eating the pastry. Get away with one more cookie. Our mindset is, how can I cheat? I hate that word cheat, because cheating means so much to us. To us, it's very loaded, because what it really means is that, first of all, we're in tremendous pain and we're looking for relief, because anybody who cheats on their diet, anybody who eats stuff that they know isn't good for them, at some place in their consciousness, there is a disconnect. There is some kind of pain, and they're looking for relief. And so that might seem like a strange concept to you right now, but I just want to plant it there, okay? Cheating means trying to get away with something, trying to, do something that's really not energetically in our best interest or aligned with who our best self is. So it's hacking the system, is trying to get under and get around and really somehow cheat the system. What's the system? Well, if you're talking about food and weight, the best dieting marketing, okay, that we've all fallen for is eat whatever you want and don't gain weight, or eat whatever you want and lose weight. And we're like, yeah, give me that solution. And chances are there's no such thing. So really important to understand that we get very seduced by this concept, and marketers, but they're good at it because they know they'll hook us when they do it. We're very seduced by the idea that we can get something for nothing. So I'm here to just kind of soften the blow of the reality and explain that while even if we could get something for nothing, is that in our energetic best interest? Is that really going to serve us long term? And I really want to shed some light on this, because as emotional eaters, we really do want to cheat. We want to hack the system. We want to get something for nothing, or nothing for something, like no calories for all that yummy food, no consequences for not exercising, and it doesn't really work that way. There is definitely a law of cause and effect, in place, working in our lives and in the universe. There's no question about it. The law of cause and effect is alive and well. For every effect, there's a cause. So for every muffin that we eat, or snack on, there's going to be a cause. Those calories do exist, and they will stick to our body if we aren't exercising or whatever. And if you're an emotional eater and you eat one, you might eat more than one. That's a consequence of trying to eat that muffin. So for every effect, there's a cause, weight gain, let's say. And for every cause, there's an effect. So anytime you're wondering, why am I gaining weight, or why have I not lost weight, there's something to be found, by asking that question if you do some digging. And that's good. The law of cause and effect is great. It's great because it's dependable, and it means there's no mysteries, okay? So just track with me here, okay? Stay with me. There are no mysteries. So anytime we're experiencing a consequence, a cause, there is an effect. And I find that very comforting because it means I can do some sleuthing work and I can find what that is, and then I can attempt to change that, heal that, address that, and ultimately get a better cause, a better outcome and consequence. Now, what does this have to do with my topic today of, how little can I do? That attitude of, and the reason why I bring it up is because I have clients who are doing so well. They're going through 10 weeks to freedom. They're rocking and rolling, or my clients who are health coaches and they're learning my system. They're doing great, these clients. And yet at some point, it's very typical for somebody to back off of what they're doing. Now, I show people how to live a life that produces how to create an effect that or implement an effect that creates the cause of overcoming emotional eating. So these people are implementing these amazing things: 3-meal magic and 6 self-care success secrets, and they're changing their personality traits from the anatomy of the emotional eater. They're going balls out and they're getting results. It's working. They're feeling so good and they're like transforming, they're blossoming. But very typically, at some point, they're like, can I back off now? Like, am I healed now? Can I stop doing these things? Or they'll ask me, Tricia, when do I get to stop? And it's so cute. Okay, it's so sweet. And I've thought the same thing. And my answer is, why would you want to stop doing the things that got you to this place of feeling so good? Why would you want to stop? And the reason is usually because there's a belief that I'm only going to do these things until I get to this destination, until I reach the destination. So it's all about the destination, until I lose the weight. I mean, how many people have been on diets and then as soon as, 2 weeks of the diet has passed by, they're like back to their old eating habits, thinking that somehow like, yes, I've lost 10 pounds, now I can eat the way I really want to eat, which is how I got 10 pounds heavier in the first place. So there's some really crazy thinking going on here. We're not thinking it through, okay? The logic isn't there. To stop doing the things that gave you the results in the first place is an error in thinking, okay? It's an error in logic. If those things got you to this place, you need to keep doing those things, and I know, we're used to wanting to do something, get a result, and then move on. But when you're dealing with emotional eating, there really is no moving on. Every day is a new day, and every day that I'm an emotional eater, I need to treat my condition with very specific practices. And when I do, I'm free. I'm free for that day. It's amazing. But the next day I have to take out a new contract. I have to make a new contract with my higher power and with myself, with my soul. And that is to do everything I can to be free from emotional eating. So it's really, really important that I don't stop doing these things, that I continue to do them. But here's the thing, that to somebody, they might be like, oh man, that sucks. Like that totally sucks. I want to be done with this. And that is another error thought. Emotional eaters want to be done. Want to do the diet and then be done. But then we end up in the same place. That's why 98% of all diets fail. Part of the reason is because we want to get on with living the way we were living that got us into trouble in the first place. And that doesn't work. It's a continuum. If we keep putting our all in, if we keep doing the practices that made us feel good, we will continue to feel good and will feel better and better and better. So important that we don't stop, that we not be looking to pull back, that we not be looking to get away with something, to cheat the system. These are all energetically concepts that will sabotage us. Absolutely sabotage. And the thing is, the best attitude we could have is, how can I keep putting in? There's a saying, how you do anything is how you do everything. If your attitude is, how can I take from? How can I do some good work for a little while and then pull back? How can I pull back? How can I retract and contract, but still get the results I got when I was putting my all into it? It doesn't work. With that attitude, you will regress. You will fall back into your old ways. How you do anything is how you do everything. So the attitude of, what can I put in? How can I add to this amazing recovery that I have? How can I put more in? How can I do more that will produce more results for me? How can I create more effects that'll give me more causes that I like? So that's really the attitude we need to have, is not how can I pull back and contract, and take from. How can I instead give to? How can I keep putting money in that bank? So when we keep putting money in that bank, then if we have to draw from it, it will be there to draw from. But the game plan can't be to take it all out again. We need to keep building that nest egg so we always have it. So we always have that sense of security. You can live, a different way where you put the money in the bank and then you take it all out and blow it and then you build up again. That's essentially what we do when we go on diets, and then we blow it and we eat everything we want to eat and then we have to go on a diet again. I mean, you can live that way, but I say a healthier, more sustainable way is to keep putting money in that bank, keep putting money in, take some out when you need it. But keep putting it in fundamentally as really your guiding principle, if you will. I don't mean principle in terms of money. I mean your guiding ethos. Your guiding method of operation, so that you can continue to enjoy the benefits. So what does this look like? This looks like accepting that if you're an emotional eater, you need to do these things on a daily basis. There's no cure for emotional eating. I've been an emotional eater my whole life. I'm still an emotional eater. I'm not emotionally eating one day at a time by the grace of God, but I get that if I fall back, if I say, I don't want to meditate, I don't feel like doing 3-meal magic, I'm going to start snacking because it's more fun than just eating 3 meals. If I start doing that, eventually I'll be back in the food and very unhappy with the cause, with the consequences. If my attitude is, waking up each day and doing my spiritual practices, trying to be helpful to other people, searching my heart for the things that need to be cleared out. If I keep on with that positive, can do, will do, and willing to do anything and whatever it takes, I will reap incredible benefits. So that's what I want to share with you is, don't be looking to pull back. Don't be looking to, cheat the system. It's energetically, it's going to ruin you. Okay. Like, just really focus on, how can I keep following this new path? Because food is our teacher. It's not all about emotional eating. Emotional eating is what gets our attention, but the real lesson here is that I need to change myself in order to change my eating. And that's a beautiful lesson, because it means I can have everything in my life. My life is so amazing now that I meditate, now that I pray, now that I do my walk pray, now that I try to be helpful to other emotional eaters. My life is so amazing beyond having an amazing relationship with food. It's amazing in so many ways. Amazing. But that's because I'm all in and I'm not trying to cheat the system. I'm not energetically taking from, pulling back. We get what we put out. We get what we put out. So if I'm putting out, as much as I can and really giving all that I can and willing to keep at it one day at a time and not looking for when can I stop, I'm going to get incredible dividends, okay? And you will too. So I want you to recognize the spiritual value of giving your all, of being all in. I have people who keep they go through 10 weeks to freedom, and then they go to the next level, and then next level. They want as much as they can get out of this deal. They're putting in constantly, and they are reaping the benefits. I mean, peace around food, spiritual awakening, more love in their life, more financial freedom in their life. It's working. The practices that they're doing to help them stop emotional eating are serving them to help them in so many other ways, because they're chasing it. They're chasing it. They're doing it. They're not trying to pull back and cheat the system and get away with doing as little as possible. So I just really want to bring this to your attention. And I'm not going to beat a dead horse here, but how you do anything is how you do everything. Check your attitude. Check your attitude. It can go south fast. It has for me many times. I've gotten dark and pessimistic, and what's the use? And I don't see the point. Somebody literally just said on a coaching call today, sometimes I don't know what the point is of all these practices that I do. And I said, are you emotionally eating? She said, no. I said, are you free from food? She said, yes. I said, there you have it. There's the point, And she's like, oh, yeah, I didn't think of that, because it's become a part of life for her now. It's like, she's like, I don't see any difference. Well, that's because she's living in freedom, and it's no longer an anomaly. It's the way it is, So it's sort of like everyday living for her. So it's kind of cute, how we forget where we came from. But that's the point, is keep doing it, keep putting money in that bank, and you'll always have something there to give you security and that you can draw from when you are down, or when you are feeling a little, down in the dumps. And it can pick you right up to realize, wow, I've built up this reservoir of good things and good energy and positive results. So I hope that's helpful for you, and not too ethereal or out there. It's a little abstract, I realize, but energetically, if we try to do less, we're telling the universe that we're checking out, we're closing up shop, and then the universe is like, oh, that person doesn't want it, let's give it to this person. The energy's in this person. This person's going after it. They're chasing it. Let's flow towards that energy, instead of the energy that's taking and withdrawing. So check your energy. The tendency is to do well for a time and then say, that's all I want to do. Like I'm good. I'm going to coast. Guess what? You're either going forward or you're going backward. There's no such thing as standing still. Take that, put it in your pipe and smoke it. You're either going forward or you're going backwards. There is no treading water. There's no staying in one place, okay? So are you doing all it takes to move forward, or are you slowly moving backward by letting some things lapse, by not doing your practices? So I hope that helps. I love you so much. Check out the Heal Your Hunger Tribe. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're doing to help yourself and to keep the ball rolling, keep the good results going. And if you want good results and you don't have them yet, check out 10 Weeks to Freedom from Emotional Eating at the Heal Your Hunger site, because there's some people in there getting some crazy good results from the actions that they're taking. So love you, love you, love you. Take good care. I'll see you on the next show.
If you enjoyed this podcast and want to get free support, insider health info, exclusive invites to events, and more, visit healyourhunger.com.